I was going to hit record, and then I realized I had crab cakes on the stove, and I better flip them. You can probably hear them in the background. I didn't ruin them yet. The girls and I have been really craving crab cakes and corn on the cob. We go to the Oceanside Sunset Market on Thursdays, and we usually get corn on the cob, we get bao buns, some tamales, and sometimes crab cakes. So that's where I'm at. I got corn on the cob on the grill. I got a cat on the table. I got a Scarlet snacking on all the little pieces that are falling. And I was noticing when I'm in these moments, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, I'm relaxing, smoke a little. Whenever I hit record and whenever I share something, it's because I'm just observing and I'm noticing because I think about it. You know, what is the intention behind sharing my life through social media? And it's because I genuinely, in the moment, have a feeling that I want to connect. And the feeling that I want to connect is not just for one person. Like, I can see the faces of so many different people that I've interacted with in my life. Some of them for 5 minutes, some of them for a lifetime. But I recognize that in this world where in some ways there's so much separation and division, like we're all living our own lives in our own spaces. And so I'm trying to see this virtual space as a place, instead of looking at it from a place of fear, I'm looking at it from a place of, I know in this moment, if you're hearing my voice, it's because I genuinely want to connect with you. And it's probably because I've met you or seen you or talked with you in person at some point, at least the beginning of this. So I notice I'm just sharing my heart. And I notice that all the healing things we do, you know, all the psychedelics, all the meditation, all the therapy, all the cold water bathing, all the yoga, all the jujitsu, all the stuff we do, at the end of the day, just makes us better at connecting with one another, or it's a practice of connecting with one another. And I notice that after people go through these like radical healing experiences, I meet with people after they go through those experiences. I've lived my life after those experiences. I have many close friends that have lived their lives through a lot of intentional healing and intentional growing and developing and all that stuff. And what I notice is the more people heal, the more they just naturally want to connect. They want to connect from their heart space. And they want to connect in their heart space with other people who are also connecting within their heart space, within their heart, within their gut, within their mind, within their life. Just when people heal, they want to connect, and I want to connect. And so if you're hearing this, I'm looking you in the eyes, and I'm deliberately connecting with you. And I want you to know that if you see my name on your stories or in one of your posts, it's because I'm deliberately taking the time to check in on you, and because I see you, and I'm deliberately seeing you. I'm not just haphazardly clicking through a bunch of profiles. In general, I'm deliberately curating my experience with those people that I want to connect with, I want to vibe with, I want to share with, who are also in this place of growing and learning and expanding and healing and just being. And all of you I know, are people that have grown through your shit. And you've been through shit. We've all been through shit. Everybody's been through shit. We've all given it, we've all taken it, we've all received it. But I know that every one of you is someone that is growing through your shit. You're facing it. You're meditating in it. You're observing it. You're noticing it. You're unraveling it. You're making sense of it. And you're deliberately living your life in a way that I observe and I see is beautiful. And it's something I want to be a part of and something I want to connect to. And I notice there's all these barriers to connection in society, like so many expectations people attach to just reaching out to one another and connecting. So I want any one of you to know that if you want to connect, there doesn't have to be an expectation or an idea or even a reason behind it. If you feel it, it's okay to say hello and it's okay to connect. And wouldn't it be great to connect again? I've been thinking a lot about the 90s, really growing up in the 90s, and just how much we connected, how much we took for granted, how much we connected. Remember going to a party with a giant bonfire and no cell phones? And you had to tell everyone at school where to meet? And maybe you called a friend at home and just everyone showed up at the same place at the same time and you had an amazing time? You drank beer and you listened to music and you made out with your friends. And it was amazing. And somewhere along the line, we forget to play. I forgot to play. I forgot how to play. I just forgot how to be my natural self. And I know for any of you that are listening to this that I grew up with, and I know that many of you are, I see you. I see you, and I remember growing up with you, and I remember the experiences we had together and how amazing they were. When I look back now, I just have absolutely nothing but gratitude for where I grew up, how I grew up, who I grew up with. Just such a deep connection to my home. I don't mean to use the word grateful too many times. It's just, I am grateful, and grateful is an experience. And I have an experience of gratitude toward my home. Last year when I went home, it was the first time in probably 20 some years that I was like, man, this is my home. This is my heart. I connect with this land. There's a piece of me every single place that I go. And I hugged so many people that I've known for my entire life. And I was just filled with so much joy. And I look forward to that more in the future. So if I ever do get to see you in person, I just hope to hug you and hold you and see how you're doing and just look at you and smile without all the stuff that used to be in the way, all the stuff we grew up with, all the stuff we put on each other, all the stuff we acted out, just to see you the way you always were, to see you and for me to be who I always was, and just to remove the barriers of shame and sadness and grief and self-consciousness, and just to be. So if you're hearing this, I just want to be with you in your life in some way. And I see you, and I know that you see me, and that's why we're connecting in the way that we connect. And I take it to heart every time I see someone's name in something I post, because if I post something, it's generally something that I'm really sharing from my heart, and it is an expression of my life. And that's what I want to see from you and what I want to hear from you. And I want to know when I see your expressions of your lives, I just feel so much joy and so much connection. And my heart smiles with your heart. And I'm growing through my shit every single day. And me speaking in this way is growing through my shit. Because truly all my heart wants is to connect. And I find there's just so many barriers to connection. What if? Oh, we project this and that and so afraid of each other. We're just acting out so much fear. And we've turned our fear into ideas and limitations and expectations and blah, 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 blah. I love you all, and I hope to see you and hear from you.